Welcome, explorers, to Amazing 7, your gateway to wonder. Here, every journey is an invitation to uncover the extraordinary, to step beyond the familiar, and to witness the world's most breathtaking secrets. Imagine soaring above misty mountains at sunrise, wandering through vibrant, bustling markets, and standing in awe before ancient wonders lost to time. Each episode, we venture to the edge of the map, from remote villages to legendary landscapes, chasing stories that ignite curiosity and fuel the spirit of adventure. Prepare to be inspired, amazed, and moved by the world's hidden marvels. This is more than travel, it's a celebration of discovery. Are you ready to begin? This is Amazing 7. Have you ever looked at an old faded map? Wondered about the blank spaces? The parts marked, "Here be dragons." In our modern, hyper-connected world, it feels like every corner of the globe has been explored, photographed, and shared online. Yet tucked away in the folds of the mighty Himalayas, there exists a place that still holds the magic of the unknown. Bhutan is not just a country, it is a whisper from a forgotten time. Imagine finding a hidden library behind a secret door, filled not with dusty books, but with living stories, vibrant traditions, a profound sense of peace. This kingdom is that secret library, a real-life Shangri-La waiting to be respectfully explored. My travels have taken me to some of the most remote and challenging places on Earth. But Bhutan feels different. It feels set apart, not by fences or walls, but by a deliberate choice to preserve its soul. It's a land where myth and reality dance together in the mountain mist. The Bhutanese people speak of yetis, spirits, as casually as we might talk about the weather. This isn't just folklore for tourists, it's a genuine part of their worldview. It's a place that asks you to slow down, to listen to the silence between the prayer flags fluttering in the wind, and to consider that perhaps the greatest treasures aren't material things, but moments of pure, unadulterated wonder. This kingdom, often called the land of the thunder dragon, has managed a remarkable feat. It has stepped into the 21st century without sacrificing its ancient heart. So where is this enigmatic kingdom? Pinpointing Bhutan on a map can be a challenge for many, which is part of its secluded charm. It is a landlocked nation nestled deep within the towering peaks of the eastern Himalayas. Imagine a small, precious jewel held carefully between two giants. To its north lies the vast expanse of China's Tibetan Plateau, a region that has profoundly shaped its culture and religion. This unique geographical position has served as a natural fortress for centuries, protecting Bhutan from the outside world. Its location is the very reason it has remained so distinct. Unlike its neighbors, Bhutan was never colonized. This independence allowed it to cultivate its own unique identity. The country is roughly the size of Switzerland, but its terrain is incredibly dramatic. The landscape plummets from soaring, snow-capped peaks over 7,000 meters high in the north to lush, subtropical plains in the south. The name Bhutanese people use for their country is Druk Yul, land of the thunder dragon. This powerful name originates from the Drukpa Kagyu school of Tibetan Buddhism. The story goes that when a monastery was being consecrated, its founder heard thunder, which was believed to be the voice of a dragon. This imagery is everywhere, from the national flag, which features a majestic white dragon clutching jewels, to the stories whispered by grandparents to their grandchildren. Getting to Bhutan is an adventure in itself. There are no trains, and the main entry point for most travelers is by air, landing at Paro International Airport. The descent into the Paro Valley is legendary among pilots and passengers alike. It's a breathtaking introduction that immediately signals you are arriving somewhere truly special. What truly sets Bhutan apart is not its mountains or its monasteries, but a revolutionary idea: gross national happiness. In the 1970s, the fourth king of Bhutan, Jigme Singye Wangchuk, declared that gross national happiness is more important than gross domestic product. This was not just a clever soundbite. It became the guiding principle for the country's entire development. The first is sustainable and equitable socio-economic development. The second is the preservation and promotion of culture. The third is environmental conservation. Bhutan's constitution mandates at least 60% forest cover for all time. Currently, it exceeds 70%. The final pillar is good governance. As a traveler, you don't just read about gross national happiness in a brochure. You feel it. You see it in the pristine forests that blanket the hillsides. You experience it in the warmth and kindness of the people. You experience their strong community bonds and spiritual values. You witness it in the government's high-value, low-impact tourism policy. That policy uses revenue from tourism to fund free healthcare and education for all citizens. This isn't a utopian fantasy. It's a practical working model for a more compassionate and sustainable way of life. It is a profound and inspiring vision for the future, challenging the rest of the world to reconsider definitions of success and progress. To journey through Bhutan is to immerse yourself in one of the most unspoiled natural environments on Earth. This country has enshrined environmental protection in its constitution, and the results are simply breathtaking. It stands as one of the few carbon-negative countries in the world, meaning it absorbs more carbon dioxide than it produces. Subtropical jungles in the south, temperate forests of oak and rhododendron, alpine meadows just below the eternal snows. This biodiversity makes Bhutan a global hotspot for conservation. In the central valleys, like Punakha and Wangdui, the climate is milder. Punakha, terraced rice paddies, and the Mo Chihu River. Wangdui, mellow valleys and rice terraces. Rivers, fed by glacial melt from the high Himalayas, carve these valleys. These rivers are the lifeblood of the nation, providing clean energy through hydropower. The air is so pure and crisp, it feels like a cleansing for body and soul. As you move higher, the scenery grows rugged and dramatic. Dochu La Pass at 3,100 meters. On a clear day, the view is a panoramic vista of Himalayan giants, including Gangkar Puensum, the world's highest unclimbed mountain. These peaks are sacred, abodes of guardian deities, off-limits to mountaineers. This respect for nature is deeply ingrained in the Bhutanese psyche. Snow leopards prowl the high altitudes, Himalayan monal. For those who feel a deep connection to the wild, Bhutan is a pilgrimage where nature still reigns supreme. There is one image of Bhutan that is seared into the minds of travelers and dreamers around the world. A brilliant white monastery, adorned with gold, clinging impossibly to the face of a sheer granite cliff. Paro Taktsang, more famously known as the Tiger's Nest. The legend surrounding it is as dramatic as its location. It is believed that in the 8th century, Guru Rinpoche, the figure who brought Buddhism to Bhutan, flew to this spot on the back of a tigress. He went to meditate in a cave for 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 hours. The pilgrimage to the Tiger's Nest is both a physical and spiritual journey. The hike is not for the faint of heart, winding its way up the mountainside for about 900 meters. The trail begins in a pine forest, decorated with colorful prayer flags that send their blessings out on the wind. As you ascend, the path becomes steeper, but the effort is rewarded with ever more stunning views of the Paro Valley below. The air thins and your breathing deepens, creating a meditative rhythm to your steps. For the Bhutanese people, every step on this path is an act of devotion, a way of accumulating merit and cleansing oneself of negative karma. About halfway up the trail, you reach a small tea house, a welcome place to rest and refuel. From its viewpoint, you get your first clear, jaw-dropping look at the monastery across the chasm. Here, you can sit with a cup of butter tea, catch your breath, and simply absorb the magnificence of the scene. The final part of the journey involves descending a long flight of stone steps, before climbing another set of steps up to the monastery's entrance. Once inside, you are transported to another world. The complex is a maze of small temples, meditation caves, courtyards, all filled with the scent of burning incense and the soft murmur of chanting monks. The artwork is exquisite, with detailed murals depicting deities and scenes from Buddhist mythology. Standing on a balcony, looking out at the vastness of the valley below, you feel a profound sense of peace and accomplishment. Thimphu is perhaps the most unusual capital city in the world. As you drive into the valley, the first thing you might notice is what's missing. There are no traffic lights. A single, beautifully adorned roundabout, manned by a gracefully gesturing police officer, controls the flow of traffic in the city's main intersection. You will see monks in deep red robes walking down the street, chatting on their smartphones. Traditional, intricately painted buildings with ornate wooden facades stand next to modern cafes serving lattes and Wi-Fi. It is the nation's center of commerce, religion, and government, yet it maintains a friendly small-town feel. It's a place where you can spend your morning visiting the majestic Tashikodzong, a fortress monastery that houses the king's throne room and government offices. and your afternoon browsing shops for exquisite local handicrafts, hand-woven textiles, intricate silver jewelry. One of the most captivating sights in Thimphu is the giant Buddha Dordenma statue. Perched on a hill overlooking the southern entrance to the valley, this massive 51-meter-tall bronze statue, gilded in gold, is a beacon of peace. It radiates an aura of calm that seems to envelop the entire city. The statue itself is filled with over 100,000 smaller Buddha statues, each one also cast in bronze and gilded. But to truly understand the heart of Thimphu, you must visit the Memorial Chorten. Throughout the day, it is a hub of activity, with elderly Bhutanese people circumambulating the structure, spinning prayer wheels, and chanting mantras. From the giant Buddha on the hill to the spinning prayer wheels at the Chorten, Thimphu offers a unique glimpse into a capital city where spiritual life is not just preserved but is woven into the very fabric of its modern identity. If the tiger's nest is Bhutan's spiritual icon, then the Punakha Dzong is its architectural masterpiece. Known as the Pungtang Diwa Chenbi Phodrang, the Palace of Great Bliss, arguably the most beautiful and significant fortress in Bhutan. Located at the confluence of two rivers, Pho Chu, the male river, Mo Chichu, the female river, the Dzong seems to float like a great ship. Different colored currents mingle before the fortress walls. In spring, jacaranda trees burst into lilac blossoms along the riverbanks. The history of Punakha Dzong is the history of Bhutan itself. Built in 1637, it served as the capital until the mid-1950s. The first king of Bhutan was crowned here in 1907, uniting the country under a single monarchy. All royal coronations and weddings have taken place here, including the fifth king's fairy tale wedding. The Dzong survived fires, floods, earthquakes, each time being rebuilt with even greater splendor. Walking across the cantilevered wooden bridge over the Mochu feels like entering the nation's very soul. This final approach feels like stepping out of the ordinary world and into a celestial realm. Inside, the Dzong is a sprawling complex of courtyards, temples, administrative offices. The architectural details are breathtaking. Massive whitewashed walls rise up, meeting red and gold roofs. The main temple is a cavernous hall. The walls are covered in magnificent murals depicting the life of the Buddha. A place of profound peace. The air hums with centuries of prayer and devotion. To truly experience the vibrant heart of Bhutanese culture, you must try to time your visit with one of its many sekus, or festivals. More than just a religious observance, a sechu is a grand social gathering, a time for people to come together, dressed in their finest traditional clothing, to celebrate their shared heritage. The festivals are a riot of color, sound, and movement, offering a mesmerizing spectacle that is deeply moving and incredibly joyful. The cham dances are the centerpiece of every sechu. Monks and laymen, wearing elaborate, often fearsome-looking masks and brilliant silk costumes, perform meticulously choreographed dances that have been passed down for centuries. The dances are accompanied by the haunting sounds of long horns, drums, and cymbals, creating an atmosphere that is both otherworldly and deeply spiritual. For the Bhutanese people, attending a sechu is a highlight of the year. Families travel for days from remote villages to be part of the celebration. It is a time for socializing, for catching up with friends and relatives, and for showing off their finest hand-woven kiras and gos. People pack picnic lunches and share food, while clowns known as atsaras, wearing comical masks with large noses, tease the dancers and the audience. The climax of many sekus happens on the final day at dawn, with the unfurling of a giant thongdrel. A thongdrel is a massive embroidered or painted scroll, a sacred thangka so large it covers the entire side of a building. The scroll is unveiled just before sunrise and is rolled back up before the first rays of sun can touch it. It is believed that the mere sight of a thongdrel can liberate a person from the cycle of rebirth. To witness this powerful ceremony, surrounded by hundreds of devout onlookers in the pre-dawn light, is an unforgettable spiritual experience and a profound insight into the living faith of Bhutan. As our journey through the wonders of Bhutan comes to a close, we want to thank you for joining us here on Amazing 7, your gateway to wonder. Ancient temples perched on misty cliffs, the joyous colors of Tsekus, and the serene beauty of untouched valleys. We hope you felt the magic and mystery of this extraordinary land. If this adventure sparked your curiosity, imagine what's still out there to discover. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss the next chapter in our quest for the world's most amazing places. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing about your dream destinations and travel stories. Stay tuned because the journey is far from over. Next time, we're uncovering even more breathtaking wonders, hidden gems, and untold stories from around the globe. Until then, keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember, the world is full of magic, just waiting for you to discover it. Thank you for watching Amazing 7. See you on the next adventure.